So, how much has $2,022 given me so far in my crypto portfolio? So far, my $2,022 investment into Bitcoin has given me a gain of $284 with 38 cents. And so, how can I achieve the path to reach $1 million in crypto? Uh, First things first is to never invest into speculative, cryptos. And first and foremost, my plan is to obviously whenever, Bitcoin dips, buy the dip. Um, and another thing is like, you know, don't go heavy and all in in one spot. If basically what I'm trying to say, so if you look at Bitcoin on the graph, right, on the daily, like let's say, Bitcoin touched the 50-day moving average and it used it as support, right? If I got all in there, that's good, right? But I don't want to, like waste all my money and be like, oh, let's say a couple days Bitcoin crashes down all the way to like levels of 57,000, 54,000, right? Instead of my average being all the way from, 63,000, right? I could bring down my average a little bit, further down, knowing that, okay, I have leftover money. I can use that leftover money to invest into these levels that Bitcoin is currently touching, which is 56,000, 57,000 or 54,000, right? And that way my average of 63,000 would be a little bit lower. And so, that would bring my average lower. And so, in a way, that's the goal of, reaching the path of $1 million, of, reaching $1 million in my crypto portfolio. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to invest a little bit into Ethereum. But we will see what happens, obviously. And I don't know, to be honest, if I want to invest a bit more money into Bitcoin, um, I would honestly sell it for now, right? And then I would just trade these two ETFs called B2 or BTX. I think that's how you say it, right? And basically, I would just wait until my personal entry point would be if B2 can touch the, you know, 26 level. Well, let me see where support is really. Um, Honestly, I don't know. It's kind of and it's scary because you these ETFs, right? They how do you say? They charge you. They charge you an expense. So if you hold on to this, into this ETF for the long term, that expense is gonna chew on your profit, basically. So in a way, you kind of need to like get in and get out of these, ETFs. And I'm pretty sure those ETFs charge you the expense is like 95% per month. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's like every day. But nonetheless, I will see what I can do because here's the plan, right? Um I have like 1,000, what is it? $1,528 invested into, not invested, but this is a risky like trade I did. And basically I bought options on American Airlines. Very stupid of me, right? Because I broke my own rule of like to never invest in what's called, I'll show you guys so that way you guys can understand. Basically, um my goal is to never ever 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 invest into small, mid, or large cap stocks. And the reason is because I've, I've had experience trading those particular stocks belonging in those caps, small, mid, and large cap stocks, right? And just to show you guys what I mean, I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you guys. Um, Let me see. Um, Ever since I started learning about the stock market, from I think I started on October 15th, 2020, right? And I was learning about the stock market and everything. I was trading options, right? But there was a point where I found about you know, um AMC, right? I found out about AMC, like the whole movement and like, oh yeah, we're gonna break Wall Street, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, right? And in a way, I was like not doing really like, how do you say, due diligence on it. And so it was more like of a YOLO trade, but that's besides the point, right? Basically, from, just trading options in the past, I've learned that, um, you know, and this is my actual portfolio, just to show you. I've so far in this portfolio, I've lost $21,699. And then this stupid, trade that I did with American Airlines was not a good idea. It was not a good idea. And it goes to show that, trading, what's called um, large cap, mid cap, and small cap stocks is generally not ever a good idea because those stocks tend to not report not so good earnings. Their revenue starts declining, or it starts showing that signs that, okay, possibly in the future they could be unprofitable. And so that's why this year I came back. I was like, I want to, regain that money, right? Some way, in some manner. I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, I remember I invested like a whole ton of money back then and then I lost it and now I can't get it back. I kind of want to make this into like a challenge of like regaining all that money back. And basically the experiment I've been doing, right? I want to show you guys an experiment. Oh, I'm already on here, but basically you go on Safari, right? You go on this website called Finviz, right? You click on screener, you click on market cap, you click on mega, right? And this is by no means like financial advice. I just want to show you guys a strategy that I've developed so far, right? And basically you click on performance, right? And then I think I think it already shows the stocks from worst to best, right? In order. So it's right now it's showing that Tesla right now is the worst stock that's performing right now. But basically, I've been using this strategy, basically using this website. It's free. It's not like you have to pay for it or anything like that. And so basically, um, I've traded three stocks so far using this website. And it's honestly, basically what I do, right? I click on where it says, okay, just to start all over. Screener, click on Mega, click on Performance, right? And then it's going to show you the stocks from worst to best. Then what I like to do is analyze these stocks from worst to best. And what I do is I'm like, okay, let me, pull up these stocks on a chart, see where support and resistance is at. Let me make sure that they're not reporting earnings, right? Um, and then if I see that they're reporting earnings, I'll just wait. And then let's say that stock was down, but then they reported earnings and then they're green all of a sudden. I kind of just wait until a new opportunity arises. And so far, the stocks that I've done it so far with is, let me show you. I've paper trading. Let me see. I've done it with UNH. I've done it with Pepsi. I've done it with CRM, and I think that's about it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, Apple was the worst. Okay. Basically, that strategy, basically, I use that website to find the worst stocks, right? And then I'll use that data. I'm like, okay, this certain stock is sitting at a certain support level. Let me dive into it. I use that with UNH. I use that with Pepsi. I use that with Salesforce. Now you might be wondering, okay, so what's the next stock that you're looking out for, right? Um, Honestly, I kind of want to sell out my crypto portfolio and use that money to enter into one of these positions so I can show you guys, right? And basically, I kind of like Visa, right? But I also like AMD. And just, let me show you right quick, right? AMD right now, I'm sorry if I'm like making all these weird faces. I'm not feeling really good. But okay, just to show you, look at this chart right now. AMD, right? That website, Finviz, is telling me that AMD is it's the fourth worst performer so far on that list, right? And so me using that data, right? I'm like, okay, why is it the worst performer? As you can see, it's just been dumping like crazy, right? And of course, right now I feel like where it's at is a good entry point. It seems like it's found its foot around the 136 level, 138 level. Now could, earnings break that support? Of course, it could totally break that, level of support. Um, Now what would be the next support level if AMD decides to crash down? Um, if AMD decides to crash down, honestly, I would just hold off because honestly, I don't know. Um, yeah, I just don't know what would happen to AMD. And honestly, if I were to get into AMD, I think that's a little bit too risky for me. So my next opportunity or my next stock that I would look out for would be Visa. Let me see where Visa's at. Okay, so Visa, I like where Visa's at because in a way I feel like yeah, I don't know. I just like where Visa's at right now, but I do feel like because it kind of regained the previous support level of 258. And so I do feel like if Visa can break that previous support level of 258, then we could possibly see, Visa jump to all-time, not all-time highs, but it could possibly touch, like my personal like exit point would be like if it touches, I don't know, maybe the 180-day moving average. We'll see, but honestly, I would just hold off right now because I do feel like earnings are gonna affect all of these stocks on this list, and maybe it might affect Visa, maybe it might affect AMD, maybe yes, maybe no, but if that doesn't happen, I'll just, patiently wait, see what happens, and, I'll keep updating you guys on, you know, what, you know, what happens to the crypto portfolio. I honestly feel like if Bitcoin makes me a profit of 300 something dollars, I might sell out and use that money to buy one of these options just to show you guys like to see, if this strategy is reliable. So far, out of three times, it's only worked. Um, and you can, I'm gonna show you again, right? Um, in the paper trading account, I bought like like crazy on AMD calls, and I don't know. I just kind of want to see I want to see if that website is really reliable, or is it kind of like, gambling at a point, you know? And I don't know. I just want to see if, if AMD like, does like a huge U-turn to the upside, then I kind of feel like I've cracked the code in like this whole trading thing. But again, I don't want to be like, okay, four times and, like this is the fourth time that's happened, and, like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just want to see, like, I'm kind of doing this like, you know, analysis, or like I'm testing the strategy using this website to see, okay, maybe I can use this website to my advantage, right? Because if you think about it, right, I want to show you guys too. I'm sorry if I keep showing you guys. I remember Apple at a point was all the way down like to the number one spot or to the number three spot on that list. And then you can see that right now Apple is like at a all not all time highs, but where's Apple? Okay, Apple. At a point when I had saw that I even remember like on April, they were like, Apple was doing horrible while the rest of the market was doing good. And then all of a sudden, like Apple just started skyrocketing towards May, June, July, and I was like, whoa, what? So if I had held on to Apple, because I was in an Apple trade, and that Apple trade didn't do good because I sold out thinking, okay, the stock market's gonna crash, right? But it didn't. Apple literally did a U-turn to the upside. And another stock that I remember seeing that was like somewhere in the oh, Home Depot. Oh, Home Depot was another stock that was like let me see if I can pull up Home Depot. Um yeah, because I remember Home Depot at a point was around when I wanted to get in. I could have made money instead with Home Depot instead of American Airlines, but hey, it is what it is, right? But um I remember Home Depot was at a point where it was like at the 330 level of support, and at a point it was just crashing down until like finally like Home Depot did like it skyrocketed all the way to 344, 354, and then I don't know, it's just like weird that that website, it tells you like, oh, here are the worst stocks, right? But a lot of people don't know that, that this website even exists. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people do know and don't know, but this is a free website you can totally use. It's called FinViz. Again, I'll show you guys. You click where it says Mega, click on Mega, click where it says Performance, right? I'll even click on it again, right? And I don't think you even have to click on where it says, you know, Perf YTD. Um, and it's just gonna show you the stocks from worst to best, right? And honestly, I'm gonna keep updating you guys to see what happens. Um, let's see. I don't know. I really want to sell out the the Bitcoin position, but at the same time, I don't. I don't because I feel like this strategy that I'm using right now needs a little bit more testing. But seeing that, what is it? Well, I don't know. More like six times. Seeing it six times. No, seven. Okay. Let me show you. Adobe. Adobe at one point. I'm sorry. I keep going back. Adobe. Where is it? Adobe at a point was like on that list on Finviz, right? It was at I think it was like a number 5 or number 4 on this list, right? And when they had what is it? And I remember, yeah, I was like, okay, maybe support is around like the 460 level, right? And no, eventually it broke it, right? And so what happened was slowly but surely, Adobe started climbing back up. And when they reported earnings, they skyrocketed. And I was like, that's insane, like how did that even happen? Like how? And so in a way, I'm like, I feel like this website, in a way, if you're careful and you analyze these stocks that appear on that list, I feel like you can make a lot of money. And I feel like, that's what I should have done like when I started on October 15th, 2020. But, you know, I wasn't thinking. I didn't know. I thought I knew it all basically, but I don't know. I just feel like this strategy needs a little bit more testing. I'm gonna see what happens. If AMD doesn't skyrocket, I think, maybe this strategy is a little flawed, but we will see what happens, honestly. And it was great, showing you this in a way, but that's pretty much it. Hopefully, you guys have a great day or a great night or whenever you're seeing this. And I really want to thank you for the people that have been watching me lately. I I'm kind of seeing the views kind of go up a little bit, so that really means a lot to me. That really does mean a lot to me, and I kind of want to share my journey with you guys. See if we can make that 21,000 comeback, and if we can, good, and if we can't, oh well, at least I tried, right? But I wish you the best of luck to everyone, whoever wants to enter into the stock market. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'll definitely update you guys what happens with the crypto portfolio. We'll see what happens. It's almost a positive I'm gonna sell out, to be honest, just to test out that strategy. But other than that, I wish you the best of luck. I really hope that you guys do really, really well. And if you want to, paper trade, right? Don't do like me, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use real money. Oh, I'm winning. Oh shit, my portfolio tanked. I want you guys to, in a way, be prepared. I want you guys to paper trade. I want you guys to learn a strategy that's gonna make you lots and lots and lots and lots of money, right? I don't want you to do the same thing as me, like, yeah, let me use real money. And oh wow, I'm up like $1,000. Oh shit, my fucking portfolio is down like, you know, $4,000 now. I want you to, be very careful, I want you to be very careful. And it doesn't have to be, about options, right? You can invest into the long term, into, whatever stock you want. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do, right? But I want you guys to see the journey, like, can I make the comeback? Can I not make the comeback? But other than that, I wish you the best of luck. And if you want a paper trade, you can sign up with my Webull link in the description below. Or if you don't want to, you can sign up on Webull's website as well too. So other than that, I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Other than that, take care. Bye.